Hello my fashion lovers, I'm back with a new video. So the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Lagos was premiered on Sunday and I've been quite busy, but I've finally gotten the time to do a quick review. So many interesting things happened in this episode, from Mariam playing mother mediator to her nasty fight with Diiadem, which almost got physical, as well as some of the really degrading comments some of the other housewives made, which I'll be sharing my thoughts on in today's video. And if you're interested in all the chaos and my thoughts on the entire episode, be sure to watch this video to the very end. So the episode opened with the ladies still in Ghana, and Sophia hosted this shea butter store for the ladies. So there was a lady in particular who was showing the other ladies the whole process of making shea butter and the advantage of shea butter and all that. The whole thing seemed very cool. The ladies looked so excited, and I believe that was the last thing they did in Ghana before coming back to Lagos. So when they got to Lagos, things started getting interesting, and firstly we had Carolyn's visit to Laura's store. So while they were at Laura's store, Caroline was hyping the store and hyping Laura herself, and it's just something I find very interesting about Caroline. I feel she really knows how to use her mouth well for both good and bad. She knows how to hype people up so well that you literally feel like you're the queen of the world or something. But at the same time, she knows how to pull people down with her words that you'd have to think about your life for an entire week. Like, Caroline can see your dress and be like, oh my god, is this custom? This has to be pure couture from Paris. I need your designer's contacts. And she can see the exact same piece on someone she does not like and be like, is it this dirty looking cheap 5th grade or cricket that's making you feel fly? I feel that's a very interesting thing and I find it very funny. Anyway, while she was having her conversation with Laura, they brought up Diadem's name. If you can remember the last episode, she had this really messy altercation with Diadem, and this same lady that had a lot to say about Diadem in the last episode was like, I really like Diadem. I was like, huh? Is this how you treat someone you like? Anyway, Laura advised her to reach out to Diadem so they can sort their issues, and Caroline agreed to reach out to Diadem. So according to Caroline, she feels her issues with Diadem is because Caroline, Dabota, is most likely saying nasty things about her to Diadem. But I feel that's not the case. Based on what we've seen on the show, I feel it's the other way around. She's the one that constantly says nasty things about Dabota to the other housewives and often includes Diadem's name because Diadem is friends with Dabota. And I sincerely do not understand how she says all these degrading things about Diadem and still claims she likes Diadem. Anyway, when she called Diadem to reach out to Diadem, Diadem ignored her call, which I totally understand. If I was in Diadem's shoe, I'd have done the exact same thing. Like, how would you say so many nasty things about someone and then try to act like you're cool with the person? And even when you guys settle your differences, you'd still repeat the exact same thing. I mean, they literally settled at Laura's brunch, but Caroline has still said so many nasty things about Diadem even after the brunch. I feel if you're someone that does not have the patience for fake shallow friendship, you totally understand why she ignored that call. She's clearly tired of this whole back and forth with Caroline and just wants to mind her business. I mean, my girl is a full-blown businesswoman and has to stay in business. And even if she tries working things out with Caroline or being cool with Caroline, they're still going to fight again. And when they eventually fight, it's going to be of advantage to Caroline because she has sharper mouth. Anyway, after Diadem ignored the call, she sent a text via WhatsApp, but Caroline was still pissed. She was probably expecting Diadem to pick the call and be like, Queen Mother, thank you for gracing me with this call. I'm forever your loyal maiden. Unfortunately for her, Diadem did not react that way and Queen Mother got pissed. Anyway, Mariam and Dabota later met up to talk about Dabota and Caroline's altercation in Ghana. So if you remember, Mariam was the one that introduced Dabota to the group. So when this whole thing happened, she felt concerned and decided to reach out to Dabota. While they were having this conversation, she explained to Dabota that she had heard Caroline's part of the story but wanted to know hers. So Dabota explained that she herself barely understands what's happening between herself and Caroline. According to her, the same Eyisavet Caroline claims she doesn't like and could have potentially poisoned her was the same person she was very cordial with at Dabota's place. So that's the thing with Caroline. You would never know where she truly stands with someone. This moment she's all cool, the next moment she's bad-mouthing the person. And according to Dabota, the only time Caroline made it known to her that she actually doesn't like Eyi was about 2 months later. I feel feel Caroline is a drama queen and dealing with her can be quite complicated. Dabota also made mention of Caroline hating her because she feels rejected. According to her, Caroline probably thought they were going to be friends, but since things did not work out, she decided to make her an enemy. I don't know how true this is because I can't remember Caroline ever attempting to be friends with Dabota. Anyway, Mariam explained to Dabota that Caroline's perspective concerning what caused their issue was entirely different. So she explained to Dabota that Caroline claimed Eyi disrupted her business and tried ruining her reputation. But Dabota showed Mariam a couple of screenshots that Eyi sent to her, which showed that Eyi and Caroline are actually friends. So I don't understand this whole thing with Eyi and why Caroline even involved Eyi that's not, one of the housewives. I feel Eyi should probably be included to the next season so they can finally address whatever this is. The Eyi herself seems like a drama queen as well. Anyway, Mariam still insisted that they sort things out, but according to Dabota, there was no way in hell that was going to happen. So fast forward to Diadem's event where the real chaos happened. So Diadem invited the ladies for this sip and paint stuff and she invited everyone aside Caroline. So Sophia was the first person to get there, and after she got there, I believe she and Diadem were having a conversation and Caroline's name was brought up. Diadem told Sophia that she did not invite Caroline, obviously because of their ongoing beef, and Sophia tried sweet talking Diadem or just basically lying. So she was probably trying to get Diadem to reconcile with Caroline, and she lied that Caroline had never said anything bad about Diadem to her.
Diadem is easily controlled. She is easily controlled. Before, I used to call her two-faced, but I've taken my time to study her. When she likes you, she makes a fool of herself. At the beach party, she wanted to be the 2,500 naira per day bouncer.
So Laura as well lied about this same thing in the last episode while she was having a conversation with Diadem. So I don't understand if Mumu is written on Diadem's forehead or why they constantly lie to her. I feel they are lying because they want her to reconcile with Caroline, but why force a reconciliation knowing fully well the peace is not going to last? Anyway, while Sophia was trying to buttress her lies, Diadem was like, girl, drop it, I don't care about Caroline. And I love how Sophia respectfully dropped it and did not mention Caroline's name anymore. So the other ladies later joined them, from Dabota to Laura and then Mariam. So as soon as Mariam joined them, mother mediator and solicitor of the court of the Real Housewives of Lagos started her work. So she was like, I see a hamper with Caroline's name, but she's not here, what's happening? And Diadem was like, I did not invite her personally, but I thought someone else was going to invite her. So let's remember that this is a reality show they are filming, so whenever they have these jar parties or whatever, the person hosting might not necessarily invite everybody. The producers or a co-housewife can as well do the invitation, just the same way the producers invited Laura for Dabota's event and Caroline invited Sophia for Dabota's event as well. So Diadem basically created a hamper for Caroline just in case she shows up so she doesn't feel left out. So when Mariam got there and her body started biting her, she was like she was going to call Caroline, and Diadem was like, no, don't call her, but she refused. I feel Mariam belittles Diadem and doesn't take her seriously or what she says seriously. If she had respect for Diadem, she should have probably avoided making that call or at least step outside to make the call. And putting the call on speaker was like her saying, oh, this place is so dry, Jerry. I want small fights to spice things up. Because Diadem obviously told her she and Caroline had not resolved their issues. And knowing the sort of person Caroline is, there was no way she was not going to say degrading things about Diadem, and yet Mariam placed the call on speaker. I mean, Caroline even went as far as calling Diadem an old woman and saying lots of mean things about her. And I was like, what's this one trying to insinuate now? She even had more degrading things to say about Diadem in her confessional.
Thing not attending Jordan's event. What I am talking about money, cashing out this year, and you think I'm going to miss going to a lousy, obnoxious, disrespectful, low-graded scum of the earth party? No, it's not going to happen.
Anyway, Diadem left the room while they were having their conversation, and in her confessional, she expressed how she felt about the call.
We're gossip, because why are you here sitting and talking about Caroline, fighting Caroline's battle, when you know in your heart this is the same thing you were accusing me of? You're telling me I'm fighting Dabota's battle, but here you are looking stupid and fighting Caroline's battle. Say Caroline, right?
Sophia and Dabota's fight, you put your mouth. Caroline and Dabota. Everyone is having a conversation without the aggression. You were doing too much.
I am naturally too much. It drew me gonna say I am naturally too much. I will wear this on my head, on my body, everywhere.
So why did you do an amber? Why did you do an amber then?
Sophia,
You are very stupid. You're mad. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'm not Caroline. I am not Caroline. You are mad. You are crazy.
Okay, I regret actually inviting Mariam to my party tonight because why would you actually come to my party to ruin it? What was your aim? Like, what were you trying to do?
I feel this whole fight could have been avoided if Mariam had simply avoided that call, and Diadem's reaction was a bit extra as well. At some point, she even called Mariam a bully, and I feel that's quite a strong word. I understand what she was trying to say, because Mariam constantly belittles her and treats her like a junior colleague or something, but I don't think bully was the right word. I feel Mariam doesn't give her that respect she gives to the other ladies, and this fight was clearly going to happen at some point. The altercation almost happened last episode when Diadem and Carolyn were having their issues, but Diadem refrained. But this time around, she finally stood her ground and made it known to Mariam that she constantly takes her for granted, and she was done. I mean, if someone is going to disrespect you as a friend, then it's better you're not friends with the person at all. So the fight lasted for quite a while, and that was where the episode ended. And we also got a preview on what's coming next week.
Next on The Real Housewives of Lagos.
If you're really a diva, people will tell you you're a diva. You don't have to act like a diva. Don't act it. So for Dabota, it's not clicking because she's working pretty hard at it.
Let's have it to Caroline.
She's asking me why myself and Carolyn are not cutting each other. The immaturity.
So I can't wait for next week's episode, but for now, we've come to an end of today's video, and these are my thoughts on this week's episode. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments, and if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to give this video a thumb up to help the algorithm push it to more audience. Shout out to all my returning subscribers, y'all are the absolute best. Bye for now, and see y'all in my next video.